Hi, this video is about how to make money online with Google in 2019 without selling. I'm going to give you 3 excellent ways in which you can do this without selling. 2 of them are going to be passive, and 1 of them is going to be more active. I'm also going to give you a big secret about Google. Part of it is not a secret, but then another part of the secret is a secret. It's something that a lot of people don't really talk about, or at least they don't focus on very much. So that's going to be really important. My name is David Hood, and I've made well over $1 million online, almost exclusively with Google. And I'm on a mission to help 10,000 people do the same and to be able to make it so they don't ever need a day job again. All right, so let's get into this first one. This is what I'm going to call a lazy affiliate SEO. Okay, so now there's affiliate SEO, but then there's ways to go about it in which you really don't need to sell. A lot of people, they do a lot of selling. They gather email addresses and they market, but there are plenty of people that I know that do this without selling at all. And step 1 is going to be basically research the niches that you're interested in. So let's say you like to, you're interested in dieting, or you're interested in magic games, or magic tricks or something. Let me actually scroll down for this wonderful picture. You want to research this, okay? And you want to look at not only start with what you're interested in, but then you also want to make sure that there are competitors making money. You don't want to go into something where there are no competitors, actually. Because if other people are making money, that means that you can make money, and if no one is making money in it, then there's a very good chance that you're not going to be able to make money as well. Not only that, but when you have competitors, you can model them.
Tell me what you think of it.
Oh, it's wonderful.
And a lot of times, I should put this competitors in quotes, because a lot of times they're more like people that actually, or businesses that actually help you. So let's say you start taking your affiliate off the ground and they have theirs off the ground. You guys can actually cross promote, and maybe there's different things that you guys are promoting, and so it helps. And also the existence of other competitors oftentimes creates more demand than it takes up. So the existence of it, especially if it's something that provides an actual value, is actually going to help build the market and grow it overall. So you definitely want there to be some competitors. And that you also want, this is really important, that they're actually making money. Are there the people making money with this so that you can actually make money? So it's not just about do your passion, but it's also not just about follow the money. It's a combination of the two, a balance. While a lot of people give one or the other, it's not really a 0-1 thing. Okay, step 3, build a website or shoot like videos and upload them to YouTube, talking about your experiences in this niche. And some of it can be, if you already have experience, you can talk about it, or if you have some experience and you're looking to grow it, and so you go and do some new things, expanding on your experience and documenting that. And this is not selling, this is just talking about your experiences. If something's bad, you say it's bad. If something's good, you say it's bad. It's good. All right? And then you use affiliate links. So these are basically a promotional link, but you're not going, go buy this, this is awesome, when it's not awesome. You're just saying, I like this thing, so here, click here through it if this is something that interests you. And this can actually make you a lot of money, okay? This can be a legitimate way to rank in YouTube or on Google and generate a side income that's actually pretty passive. And by passive, I mean, I should define passivity. You do upfront work, and then it has an ongoing benefit, okay? Now, there are maybe maintenance things that you can do or additional things you can amplify those benefits, but overall, you put up a YouTube video, let's say reviewing a specific product that you really like, and you give reviews to it, and it consistently gets views. Maybe it gets 200 views a month, and out of those 200 views, maybe you get like 2 or 3 people to actually purchase it, okay? And so that would be, that's pretty lazy.
Stop.
Okay, and also you're not really selling. All right, so number 2, I'm calling this SEO lead generation. Okay, this is something I make quite a bit of money with. Last month it was just under $6,000 a month, and it's very passive. And basically what I'm doing is I'm sending hot leads where people are on fire to businesses where, let's say someone is calling an air conditioning repair company, they're looking for an air conditioning repair company. They're calling a phone number and it's going directly to a business, and they pay me for those phone calls of legitimate qualified customers. I'll give you a quick story about something like this. For example, a couple years ago, it was the middle of summer, like July, in Dallas, and our AC went out, and we needed AC right then. Okay, this isn't something where you need to wait, and these tend to be really good kind of markets to target for this, where there's like an urgent need. When it starts becoming like 90 degrees inside of a house and it's 110 outside, you need an AC guy right away, right? And you're not going to wait around. And I think there has been a time at which it's gone out and we've actually gone to a hotel. That's how urgent it can be. You know, we're at a hotel paying $200 a night. We want an AC guy out right away. And so those are the kind of leads that I like to send, hot leads. Again, this is not selling at all. This is just putting up certain information and then connecting. And I have one national client that I send the vast majority of my calls to, and they find somebody. They sell other people on the lead generation, and then they forward the leads to them. So I'm essentially sending it to a guy, and he's sending it to everyone else. So I don't have to sell to these people. I don't have to find AC repairs. I just need to generate a lead, and then this other guy sells it. Okay, so there's no selling at all. This is the least selling of all three of these. And it's also very passive. Okay, it does take some time to build and develop, and you are still depending on Google, so it's not perfect. Okay, all right. So I'm actually going to give my secret for my Google secret. So what does Google want? And not so much what does Google want, but what does Google's, let's do this. Let's specify this more. Google's algorithm, because it's not the same thing. Because the company itself wants something, but what does that mean for how do they implement it in their algorithm? So what does Google want? Google wants to answer the queries of their visitors, right? And so they're not going to do that. So actually, sometimes to a small degree they are. They're trying to do that a little bit with those kind of what are called the knowledge graphs. But most of the time, they're going to do that with other people's content, either on YouTube or with websites, or even with like their Google Maps. Okay, and how do they define? How do they determine? How does the algorithm determine if a website or a result has answered the query? And I think this is where a lot of people go wrong, or it's close to it. They define this by engagement, and I think that the really big issue is when people look at, well, how engaging is something? They look at all these different data. Bounce rate is something a lot of people talk about, which I think is just a pretty worthless stat. It has to be put within the context of a bunch of other data, that other data just tells you what you really need to know anyways. The real data to me is going to be time on site. So they send you a visitor. How long does that visitor stay on your site? Okay. If you can increase that, you're increasing your engagement. If it goes down, then you're reducing your engagement, and Google is probably going to notice, and that's going to be bad for you. And so this is going to be true for affiliate. This is going to be true for lead generation, or any sort of ranking that you want to do. When Google is sending you a visitor, how engaging is that visitor? Now, another big secret is that this isn't a secret so much as it's sort of like, well, duh, but nobody talks about it, which is how do you engage people? And the easiest way to engage people is with video. Anytime someone can press a button and sit back and relax and be entertained and or informed, they're going to spend extra time in consuming that content. And so leaning on YouTube and video for your content is very valuable from just an engagement standpoint. That's not including the fact that YouTube is actually the second biggest search engine in the world, bigger than Yahoo and Bing combined. So for certain markets, you can actually generate a lot of traffic just from YouTube. There's a whole host of benefits for this. I think it creates a stronger bond between your customers, as opposed, like, for example, with affiliate SEO. This is, less about the lead generation isn't quite as critical for this, but it still can work. But especially for affiliate, if you're reviewing a product, you do a video, that's going to have a much higher conversion rate than if you just have text. Okay. Not only that, but I think actually video is easier to make, and you can turn video. This is what's beautiful about video. You can turn video into audio. You can transcribe it, and you can turn it into text. You can turn it into images. So any other form of content you can get out of video. Okay, so you can get everything from video. So this is not just about a secret about Google. This is just a secret about creating content and engaging and giving Google's algorithm what it wants. Okay. All right. So the final method is going to be provide I'm going to say SEO, but you can do other things for marketing agencies. All right. Now, there's a star by this because this does require a little bit of selling. It depends on how you look at it. Basically, you do need to build relationships, which is the sort of selling part, but then you just get one good relationship and then they go doing all the selling for you. Okay, so this is much less selling. You don't get as much of a piece of the pie, but at the same time, you don't have to go out and find customers. They find it for you. And so you're really not doing a whole lot of selling. And I know a lot of people that they form a couple of good relationships and then that like feeds their family. Like just like 2 or 3 really good relationships, like with a web designer or a marketing agency, it can make the difference between having very little profits and having a lot of profits. And then you provide the services. You could either be pay-per-click or SEO. All right, so if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I do have more information down below. Make sure you click the links to check that out. Please subscribe. And you know, if you have any questions or if you have experience with any of these, please comment below and let me know what your experiences have been. Also, if you have another way that you think that is really good to make money with on Google without selling, then definitely make a comment below. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye.